I have found it really helpful for myself to spend time in nature on the weekends, and even just when things are getting a little overwhelmed. Like on Monday, when I found all that information out that two potential employees that I've hired may not be there, one definitely not being there, one may not be there in another 6 weeks. This is The Sales Game with Josh McKay, helping solo business owners sell more, make more, and work less. I decided not to do anything about it. I left my phone in my car and I just went for a little bushwalk for about 2 hours. Honestly, I just went and walked and just like bouncing a rock around and walking through nature, and then I did a meditation and I felt like really good. I didn't have any answers for it, but I just felt better and I felt clearer headed. I wasn't like, these things weren't churning around in my head, like occupying 100% of my energy and thought and not being able to be present in anything else. I just felt, oh, I'm back to present. And now, shit happens. I am very proud of myself I responded with a very professional email. I didn't say anything about anything. I just wished him all the best and we'll keep the door open and all that sort of stuff. The first, I will say, I did type up an email like, mate, I'm pretty disappointed, you cost us money. I'm not going to charge you for it, but I want to let you know this whole thing. I decided that it wasn't going to make me feel better after. The only trick that I did for that was just not responding straight away. And that was just like leaving it time, like, whoop, I'm not going to deal with this right now. I know I need money to fucking... And then I also use ChatGPT sometimes I use ChatGPT to run it through and ask it, what's the tone of this message? Because I have often in the past sent messages, I still do it from time to time, that I know they're a little bit passive aggressive and I'm like darting around and then just run it through and ChatGPT can be like, yeah, that's a bit passive aggressive and stuff like, okay, cool. So I need to change my tonality because I really don't think that's a productive way of working with people. And again, for myself, it's more important that I can live with myself in the way that I'm dealing with things. If I feel like I'm the better person, awesome. Whether I am or not, I'll continue to try to be, because yeah, that's life. At least that's what I think it is. What else? Yeah, as definitely breaking this video up into multiple pieces. From Easter, which was towards the end of April, which is about 2 weeks, it was about this time that I probably made the last video, I really slowed down on my workouts. And I think because I was spending so much time, energy, effort, and there was so much progress and things happening, I lost a little bit of motivation for the gym. And maybe also because I've been going at it for a long time without any really extended breaks. So over the last 2 months, I probably worked out, 15 times, maybe 20 times in comparison to, it's probably only 15 times. In comparison to probably usually working out like 5 times a week, that would have been like 60 times 8 weeks, 8 times 5, 40 times. So yeah, probably a third of what I usually would. I can say I definitely noticed a difference in my like stress management, in my overall like being and things. It was enjoyable to have a little bit of a rest, and it was good because I missed it, but I'm back into it now and I can say I feel much better. It's a great stress reliever for me. I eat better, I eat healthier, I sleep better, and I got more energy for my kiddo, and things don't hurt as much. I've got a few injuries around, probably motorcycles. So yeah, I guess I'm giving the whole picture of what's going on in this world, my world. Reading a book at the moment, Charlie Munger's Almanac. What does he call it? Poor Charlie's Almanac. It's a fantastic book. Yeah, it's a fantastic book. And it have an audiobook version, which I've been listening to in the car. It's been super, super helpful, especially with the last few days. It's just been really good. One takeaway from it that I really liked was that Warren said to Charlie once, this is something that's going to help you a lot in your lifetime. It's going to save you a lot of money. Imagine that I gave you a stamp card with 20 slots in the stamp card, and each one of those slots represented one investment that you could make in your entire life. So in your entire life, you're only allowed to make 20 investments. And once you punched out all of those slots, you are never allowed to invest again. You can imagine that you would be very careful about what you invested in. You wouldn't just start blah, 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 like I'm talking about the patients that I've had. You'd probably take a little bit more time and consideration and stuff. that was super, super helpful. And just, yeah, it's funny as you read things and you pick different pieces out of these books. And that's why I like reading, because you never really remember a whole book, but little pieces as situationally dependent you need speak to you in whatever you're going through. I find it really helpful to have books and have the wisdom and guidance of people that have done the things that I'm doing, and a bit of direction can be provided from that, and it's really helpful. The book that I read right before that was The Magic of Thinking Big. That was also quite good. Just, yeah, looking on a larger scale, maybe like larger time horizons, and making sure, yeah, again, I can't remember everything in the big, but I just constantly reading books. And I actually started rereading some of the books, but I reread The 12 and a Half Steps by Gary Vaynerchuk. I reread Naval's Almanac. It was quite good, and get different things at different times in my life from them. So it's just, I think I used to think about reading a book and trying to absorb all the information and then apply straight away. It's okay to continue to read books. There are things that I apply straight away from almost every book, but it's also, I think it's just a constant thing. And I think another thing Charlie said is, I'm going to butcher this, but the idea of not being tied to the end result, because you spend so much of your life in the process of achieving that result. So you have to enjoy the process, because the end result may or may not come, but if you enjoy the process, it's much more likely that it's going to come, and you'll enjoy your life. And that's all we've got. All we've got is fucking a little bit of time on this earth. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm, over the last 2 years, my ability to look at things in the context of how much they really matter versus how much I think they matter, and how much I might perceive them, or how much other people think they matter, and just take it with a grain of salt. In the end, if I'm not dead, I'm okay. If I've got a roof over my head, I've got food on the table, my kid is healthy, no one has died in my family today, it's a pretty fucking good day. So yeah, I'll knock on wood, because I don't know why. I guess I like being superstitious, just in case.